remember as a player. And I'd hear 9 from the receivers. That meant fly route, go. Uh-oh, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And now the Broncos are going to line up and elect to go for 2 here. From the gun, here's Keenum. And this will be incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Now Trubisky. And that is incomplete here. Michael Burton, the fullback, the intended target. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. Finding Gabriel complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down. I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
2nd and 10 now. It's Trubisky. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Von Miller in there to get him for a loss of 5. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Well, look up to the scoreboard as time has run out on this first quarter. 6-3, that's our score. And we're back to Soldier Field after this. But likely not for long as they're in punt. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. Keenum going to lead the Broncos up now 1st and 10 right at the 30. On 1st down, Keenum. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field, into a double team, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
When you're in man coverage, you have help over the top, you become a much more confident defender. trail the receiver, and know that someone over the top can make a play, and that's exactly what happened here. The free safety coming up with the interception.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. He'll leave it for Cohen, complete. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
But no second guessing the call here. It was third and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. Now Case Keenum and the offense heading back onto the field. He's got the lead here in the second quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, does that interception, even though you're playing while your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there, maybe throw another touchdown, that'll tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, like I said, he's looked pretty good to this point. He's going to take another shot here. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on second down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that through the interception on that. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Keenum will try again on second down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Jake Butt, the tight end, his intended receiver. Third down here.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And a strange one here, a little befuddled. They're sending out the field goal unit now. Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. I was just confused on that one. I had third down written. It said third down on the scoreboard. Do you think the sideline lost track? Maybe they thought it was 4th?
Something went haywire, and I'll admit it, I've lost track of downs before, but I'm not the one calling plays. I'm not the one keeping track here. They have to know this. And look, I love my football north of the border as much as anyone, But here, it's 4 downs. All right, I can't believe they tried it that way and then went ahead and faked it as well. Nothing doing.
They are going for it. Keenum. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. Well, that, my friend, I guess is the definition of a head-scratcher. 4th and long, this stage of the game. What were they doing?
I just have to believe that he looked at the situation, still in the first half, decided if there was a time to be aggressive, now was it, because there's still time to make up for it if things don't go right. Of course, a lot of questions on this one, and look, I want to go for it as much as anyone.
But 4th and long?
Yeah, I don't think I would have there. That one seemed a little bit on the irrational side.
Fans might be a little angry at that one. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. On 2nd down, here's Trubisky. Throw left side, taken in by Miller. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
Well, the stats don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but
yeah,
no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
And this one is incomplete.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. And Parkey's kick is good. And that will tie things up at 6-6. Well, the offense, they got the ball in a great spot, but they went nowhere. Forced him to take just the 3.
And they'll be, happy taking the 3. But those guys on the other side, they've got to be ecstatic. They didn't let them get anywhere. It made them kick a field goal. That almost feels like they got the advantage, doesn't it?
The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Back to throw, Keenum. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now a 1st down throw. Keenum. Wide open receiver complete. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. Keenum finding Sanders for a big one. 40.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone, it's Keenum. Eluding the pressure right. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Keenum to throw on 2nd down. Buying time to his left. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Leonard Floyd coming in hard on the blitz. He gets him down for a loss of 4. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. As his guys are in for 6, and the Broncos are in for 6.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front, and now see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this 2nd quarter.
Delay of game, offense.
And that'll set them back 5.
Delay of game, offense.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Delay of game, offense.
So that'll back him up 5. And now the offense is going to stay out there as the Broncos will go for 2. To throw is Keenan, and he's got it. And he is not going to be able to break free as they wrap him up right at the line of scrimmage. And the try for 2 is going to come up empty. So now, Charles, 2 touchdowns, 2 tries at 2-point conversions, and both fail.
And you want to say, let's go ahead and run the kicker out there from now on. But the problem is you're chasing points at this stage. So now you got to dial up more 2-point conversions and hope you're successful from here on out.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Now the Bears offense.